Collin Lubberts here who fights at Titan FC February 16th against Danny Durnavich. Well, Collin, tell me a little bit about yourself. You're going in undefeated, so is your opponent.
Yes, sir.
The first time you fight for Titan FC, how did it feel going into it?
Man, it's a huge blessing, huge opportunity for me. I've honestly been seeing this in my head years ago. 2-3 years ago, I had friends fighting in Titan. I knew that was a one-way ticket, so I honestly brought it into reality myself.
So about your opponent, what can you tell me about him? He's undefeated just like yourself. Anything that just stands out?
He seems like a pretty well-rounded kid, pretty tough, but I mean, I'm not impressed with any of his victories. I'm not impressed with his last victory. He looks like a slow opponent. I feel like I'll beat him in every aspect of the fight.
Now, Collin, obviously you're preparing very well. You got some great fighters that train here at MMA Masters.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about the conditioning, the training that goes on here behind the scenes that gets you prepared for a fight like the one you're going to have against Danny on February 16th.
It's hours and hours and hours a day of a grind. It's not a hobby for me. I don't wake up, come and train for an hour. I'm here 5, 6, 7 hours a day sometimes teaching classes. I sleep right here in the gym half the time. I'm working 40+ hours a week doing this stuff, so this is my full-time job.
So how did you get started with MMA? Tell me a little bit background about it.
It's a funny story. I was about like 15 when I got into it. I did jiu-jitsu at a young age from 8, but I was getting in a lot of trouble. I was getting arrested, going to jail, hanging out with the wrong people, and it really, like, I met a friend, and he actually brought me to a gym, and I started getting my ass whipped by all these professionals when I thought I was this top street fighter, and it really was eye-opening for me. And from there, it was just, it was a dream, and had to make it happen.
Are you originally from Florida, or where did you come from?
I was born in Rochester, New York, but I moved to Jacksonville when I was about 8 years old. That's when I started doing jiu-jitsu. Took a couple years off. When I was about 15, I got back into training, and then from there, it's just been success.
And what brought you to MMA Masters? Who introduced you to it? What was the excitement behind it? How did you hear about it?
It was the late Josh Simon. He was, I don't know if you guys heard of him. He was a very successful UFC fighter. Unfortunately, he passed away due to some family issues and stuff like that. But he was actually the one that brought me into this game. He showed me the team. He showed me Master Caesar. He showed me Daniel Valverde. And after he passed away, I knew I had one opportunity to come back, so I had to seize the moment when it was there.
So tonight there was an amateur show here at MMA Masters, and you have your pro fight coming up on February 16th. But
sir.
You were cornering. How does that make you a better fighter? Because now you're seeing it from the other side. You know, when they coach you, now you're coaching someone else.
You said it, man. You see it from the other side. You see all perspectives of the fight. Inside, the outside, everything in between.
All right, Collin, well, thanks so much for your time. Anything else you want to say that's watching this, and what can expect you on February 16th?
February 16th, expect fireworks. Expect a nice knockout, ideally the first round, but I'll take whatever I can get. Danny Durnavich, I'll see you soon, baby.
This is The Roman Show.